You are listening to an episode of The Faithful Sinners.
Family, welcome back. Today's episode is a little different. It's not an interview, and it's not a story, and it's not a deep dive into a topic. It's a conversation from me to you, and where we've been, and where we're going, and why this moment matters. Because over the last month, you've seen this show shift. Heck, you've seen several shifts over the past 2 years, but the biggest was in the past month. You've seen me explore new angles, new tones, new ways of reaching people. And I want to talk about that openly, honestly, and with the same transparency this community of faithful sinners is built upon. When I expanded the brand recently, it came from a good place. I wanted to widen the doors, invite more people in, and experiment with how far this platform could stretch. And in that process, I learned a lot about creativity, about audience, and about myself. In fact, I literally built and launched an entire brand across all streams and social media, including a website, all within 48 hours. That is an amazing feat, as companies typically take months, if not years, to accomplish such an undertaking. So I am very proud of that accomplishment. But I also felt something else: a tug, a pull, a reminder that the heartbeat of faithful sinners has never been about polish or performance. It's been about truth, about redemption, about sharing, inspiring, and navigating together. It's about the messy, beautiful, complicated journey of us being human and still choosing grace anyways, as we strive and stumble to live as our best selves. And I realized that's the part I just cannot drift from, not even for growth and not even for reach. So today, I'm telling you this plainly: we are recapturing the original identity of the faithful sinners. Now, it's not as a step backwards, mind you, nor as a correction, but as a return to alignment. Because the mission that built this community is still the mission that changes lives. And the stories that shape this space, your stories, my stories, the stories of people fighting to rise again, those are the stories that matter. To the new listeners who joined during the recent shift, you're not losing anything. You're actually stepping into the core of what this show is really about. To my long-term listeners, thank you for your honesty, your loyalty, and your patience. Your interactions and feedback have helped shape this movement from day one. And after further investigation around the symbolism of the apple and the serpent, well, they will also return with a story about that decision soon to follow. So here's what you can expect moving forward. We're bringing back the tone, the depth, and the raw honesty that defined this show. We are returning to conversations that challenge us spiritually, emotionally, and personally. We're leaning back into the stories of redemption, resilience, and faith that made this community feel like home. And we're doing it with more clarity, more intention, and more heart than ever before. This isn't a reset. It's a refinement, a sharpening, a return to purpose. So I want to invite you into this next chapter with me. So if this show has ever made you feel understood, if it's ever helped you breathe a little deeper, laugh a little, cry a little, if it's ever reminded you that you're not alone in your struggle or in your growth, then stay with me, because what's coming next is going to be powerful, and it's going to be honest, and it's going to be real. and it's going to be rooted in the mission that started all of this. My mission of sharing and discussing challenging topics and life events experienced over a colorful lifetime, and now as a father of 3 children, going through a challenging divorce coupled with assisting aging parents with their needs to provide hope and inspiration to and through others so we can all truly live our best lives. Our podcast schedule and features will all be outlined on our website, but there will be a weekly topic of discussion, monthly and topical interviews, and live discussions where you can be heard and maybe even seen. So in addition, I will add random life stories as they arise. In closing, I want to thank you for giving me the space to explore. Thank you for giving me the grace to realign. And thank you for being a part of what comes next. This is still and forever will be the Faithful Sinners. This is still our journey, and we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next episode of The Faithful Sinners, and make sure to click that follow button right now and share so we can all sin better together as our best selves.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of Faithful Sinners with Timothy E. Baker. And don't forget to visit us at thefaithfulsinners.com.